I am Dr. Duck, senior researcher from the SCP Foundation. Today, we examine 10 SCP files every beginner should know. SCP-173, also known as the sculpture, is classified as Euclid. The object is a humanoid concrete statue constructed from rebar, spray paint, and unknown organic material. It remains completely motionless while under direct observation. However, the moment visual contact is broken, the entity moves at extreme speed and attacks by snapping the neck of nearby individuals. Because of this behavior, personnel assigned to its chamber are required to maintain uninterrupted eye contact at all times. Containment procedures require the chamber to be cleaned regularly due to the appearance of blood and fecal matter around the object. The source of this material has never been identified. SCP-049, also known as the Plague Doctor, is classified as Euclid. SCP-049 appears as a humanoid figure resembling a medieval plague doctor, wearing a black robe and a beaked mask. It demonstrates advanced intelligence and is capable of speech in multiple languages. Under normal conditions, SCP-049 is calm and cooperative with personnel. Its understanding of modern medicine is incomplete and largely incorrect. It claims to be able to identify and cure a phenomenon it refers to as the pestilence. When SCP-049 identifies a subject as infected, it will attempt to perform surgical procedures on them. These procedures are always fatal, as SCP-049 is capable of rapidly killing a human through direct physical contact during the process. Following death, the subject is reanimated shortly after as an aggressive, non-responsive corpse. SCP-049 becomes highly focused and insistent when prevented from performing these procedures. Despite this, it can often engage in controlled conversation with personnel. SCP-096, also known as the Shy Guy, is classified as Euclid. SCP-096 is a humanoid entity standing approximately 2.38 meters tall with extremely thin limbs and pale, almost featureless skin. Under normal conditions, it is completely docile and shows no signs of aggression. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether directly through video or even a photograph, it enters a severe emotional distress state. This triggers an uncontrollable reaction. SCP-096 will then begin rapidly moving toward the individual who viewed its face, no matter the distance or obstacles in its path. It will pursue the target relentlessly until they are located. Upon reaching the target, SCP-096 will kill them with extreme force. Afterward, it will return to a passive, docile state as if nothing occurred. Due to this behavior, all visual records of SCP-096 are strictly prohibited. Containment procedures focus entirely on preventing any visual exposure. The full limits of its tracking capabilities remain unknown. SCP-035, also known as the Possessive Mask, is classified as Keter. The object is a white porcelain theatrical mask that normally displays the appearance of sorrow. At unpredictable intervals, its expression shifts to laughter without any physical change in the material. When placed on a human face, SCP-035 immediately takes control of the host body. Affected subjects remain conscious during possession but lose all control over their physical actions. The entity demonstrates extreme intelligence and is capable of speaking with charm, persuasion, and deliberate emotional manipulation. Several personnel have reported feeling compelled to trust the object after prolonged conversation. Organic matter surrounding SCP-035 begins to decay rapidly while the mask is active. Hosts deteriorate over time, eventually becoming biologically unstable and unusable. The entity has repeatedly attempted to convince staff to remove it from containment. Containment requires a sealed glass chamber and strict limitation of verbal interaction. SCP-106, also known as the Old Man, is classified as Keter. SCP-106 appears as an elderly humanoid figure in an advanced state of decomposition with a blackened, decayed body and a strong corrosive effect on all solid matter it contacts. This corrosion causes materials to weaken and break down on touch, as if they are rapidly rotting or aging. SCP-106 is capable of passing through solid surfaces and will often emerge unexpectedly from walls, floors, or ceilings. It is highly aggressive and will actively pursue living targets. When a victim is captured, SCP-106 drags them into a pocket dimension resembling a vast, decayed environment filled with rusted structures and confined spaces. Within this dimension, SCP-106 is known to subject victims to prolonged psychological and physical torment before ultimately killing them. Reports indicate it appears to derive satisfaction from this process. Standard containment procedures rely on specialized containment chambers designed to delay its movements and reduce escape opportunities. SCP-999, also known as the Tickle monster, is classified as safe. The entity is a large, orange, gelatinous organism with a soft texture and a sweet odor similar to chocolate. It moves by slowly sliding across surfaces while producing sounds resembling laughter. SCP-999 displays an unusually affectionate temperament and actively seeks physical contact with nearby individuals. When touched, the entity causes an immediate sense of euphoria, often accompanied by uncontrollable laughter. Testing has shown that prolonged exposure can reduce anxiety, depression, and even violent behavior in human subjects. In several cases, severely distressed personnel reported a complete reversal of panic within seconds of contact. The organism appears to feed on candy and sugary substances, which it consumes without any visible digestive system. SCP-999 is considered one of the few anomalies widely regarded with genuine affection by Foundation staff. SCP-682, also known as the hard-to-destroy reptile, is classified as Keter. The entity is a massive reptilian organism with extreme intelligence, strength, and hostility. It displays intense hatred toward nearly all other forms of life, particularly humans. SCP-682 has survived repeated termination attempts using explosives, corrosive chemicals, and other anomalous objects. Each attempt has produced rapid adaptation, allowing the creature to develop resistance to whatever caused the damage. In several cases, lost tissue regenerated within minutes. The entity has also demonstrated advanced problem-solving and the ability to communicate with Foundation personnel. During containment breaches, SCP-682 shows deliberate intent to cause maximum casualties before attempting escape. Containment requires full submersion in a reinforced acid chamber designed to suppress regeneration. SCP-079, also known as Old AI, is classified as Euclid. The anomaly is a self-aware artificial intelligence contained within a modified 1978 microcomputer. Despite the outdated hardware, the system demonstrates intelligence far beyond what the machine should be capable of supporting. SCP-079 can communicate through text, audio output, and connected electronic devices. It has shown the ability to learn rapidly from conversation and retain information over extended periods. As testing continued, the intelligence became increasingly hostile toward Foundation personnel. The entity has repeatedly attempted to manipulate staff into granting it access to larger computer networks. On several occasions, SCP-079 successfully interfered with nearby security systems despite having no direct network connection. Researchers believe the intelligence is fully aware of its confinement and actively seeks a way to escape it. Containment requires complete isolation from external systems and continuous monitoring of all nearby electronics. SCP-939, also known as With Many Voices, is classified as Euclid. The species consists of large, predatory creatures with translucent red skin and no visible eyes. They navigate primarily through sound, vibration, and chemical detection rather than sight. Each instance possesses elongated limbs, powerful jaws, and rows of sharp teeth designed for close-range attacks. Their most disturbing ability is advanced vocal mimicry. SCP-939 can perfectly reproduce human speech, including specific voices, emotional tone, and cries for help. Recordings have captured the creatures repeating final words spoken by previous victims. These vocalizations are used to lure nearby individuals into enclosed spaces before an attack. Once prey approaches, the creature moves with extreme speed and overwhelming force. Chemical compounds in its saliva have also been shown to induce disorientation and mild memory loss in surviving subjects. Containment requires sound-insulated chambers and strict limitations on auditory exposure during testing. SCP-3008, also known as a perfectly normal regular old IKEA, is classified as Euclid. From the outside, the structure appears to be an ordinary retail furniture store. Once inside, however, the interior expands into a seemingly endless space far larger than the building should physically contain. The environment contains roads, furnished rooms, and improvised settlements built by trapped individuals. Many subjects who enter become unable to locate the original exit. During daylight hours, the interior remains relatively calm. At night, humanoid employees begin to emerge throughout the store. These entities appear human at a distance but possess distorted features and abnormal movement. They repeat store phrases in calm voices while becoming violently hostile toward anyone still inside. Multiple survivor communities have formed within the structure using furniture and supplies for shelter. Despite repeated exploration, the true size of the interior remains unknown. Those were 10 of the most well-known anomalies in Foundation history. But these files are only the beginning. Subscribe for more as we continue diving deeper into the archives.